All right. So,
Good.
trailers.
Trailers. Let's go for trailers. Right. So somehow we've gone from quite a short list earlier today to like quite a long list. So let's kick off with
Focus on the good ones. Focus on the
Heist.
big ones. Yeah, Netflix documentary about 3 different stories of people who, I guess, pulled a heist or were involved in a heist in some way. And I always wonder. I'm actually curious to watch it because I always wonder, like, robbing a small store or something. I guess if people who are desperate feel they could probably get away with something like that. But to rob a bank in anywhere within the last 5 years, what is your even last 10 years? How can you think you're going to get away with shit like that?
Absolutely. So the very first thing that came to mind while watching this is going, I'm assuming every single person telling a story on here got caught.
Yeah. Oh, it has to be, innit? They're snitching crazy on themselves.
Yeah,
It's like,
it is. It's interesting. It kind of looks like, is it somebody telling a story and it's dramatized as well?
Yeah.
So that might be quite enjoyable, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this out. It looks a lot of fun.
A
lot of
crazy
scenarios. One was like almost a Bonnie and Clyde type setup with the man and woman. So this could be fun.
I like the way that the woman's narrating it, and she goes, "Before you know it, you're standing naked, whatever."
With a convicted killer and $3 million. Sexy. Okay.
Yeah. That's dropping July 14th, so I'm really looking forward to that one. Actually, I'm not really into the old crime documentaries, but that one, I think I will absolutely watch.
Missing the trip, man, because that's another one I watched. Was it Gacy? John Wayne Gacy? No, it wasn't John Wayne Gacy. The other guy. Whatever. Some other confession tapes. I love them, man. I love them. It's good. You have to look death in the face mode.
I'm just assuming that you are planning like your perfect crime, and that's why you're so into it.
If situations get desperate, it's good to know how the police work and how to get around it.
What to and what not to do, right?
Exactly.
Imagine that. Netflix will be responsible for a whole generation of like super criminals. Right, next up is another Netflix movie called A Classic Horror Story. So they're really throwing out the horror films now.
Yeah, this one's was it French?
I believe so.
Yeah, kind of like a mix of almost like the classic American sort of group of teenagers going into the forest and finding like an old house type setup, mixed with a bit of Midsommar, kind of the European take of horror, kind of all melding together. It's kind of interesting.
So stand correct. So both of us actually don't know the difference between French and Italian.
Oh.
It is an Italian film. And the Italians used to excel in like that horror genre.
They did. With what's it? Dario Argento.
Yeah, those types of films. So this is in this gruesome suspense film, strangers traveling in a southern Italy become stranded in the woods where they must fight desperately to get out alive. So standard fare. But it look interesting.
Yeah. Well, it looks standard to begin with, but then it started to get really surreal. That's what I'm saying. That it kind of went into that almost the Midsommar-y Euro horror type area. So
yeah. Could be cool. That's dropping also July 14th. So 2 things coming July 14th.
Are you actually going to watch any of these ones, Mark? Because I know you don't really like horror.
Well, we've got that. Well, the thing is, they've got those 3 horror films coming up. Yeah. So I might watch this like on a Saturday night where, if it's a slow week and there hasn't been a new release.
What about The Conjuring? You got to do a run on The Conjuring, man, because those good films to watch. And even the spin-off ones, Annabelle and all those.
There's just so much to watch right now, man. Too much. Right, so you're going to have to talk us through the next one, because I didn't actually watch the whole trailer, but I know how much you love Nicolas Cage and like his weird stuff. So he's now doing Pig. He's the pig man. He
seems to go out of the way to find the weirdest shit to do.
Yeah.
From what I gathered from this trailer, and the synopsis might be a little different, but it gave the impression that at one point in his life he was a gourmet chef, world-renowned, world-famous within that bubble of restaurateurs, and at some point he got sick of life or disenfranchised with the whole thing, decided to just live in a cabin out in the forest, and he hunts for truffles. He has a truffle pig, where from what I understand, those are very valuable because truffles are valuable, and you gather them and you can sell them back to restaurants, and I guess that could be how he's supporting himself. And at some point someone breaks into his cabin, knocks him out, steals his pig, his prized truffle pig, who he let live inside the cabin with him on his bed. and now he seems to be going around trying to search for his pig.
So this is John Wick, but instead of a dog,
But we never saw any action though.
The pig gets kidnapped.
Yeah, but we never saw action though. We just saw him going back into the city to his old life and crossing paths with old people he knew before he left to live out in the cabin. But yeah, it has to go that way, I guess.
Surely there's got to be action, right, to get back his prize pig.
You think so? That's poor fucking pig. But yeah, they apparently are valuable, man.
Yeah, coming July 16th. Now, there's probably going to be no guess for anybody this week, which is going to be my trailer of the week. So this was Star Trek Picard Season 2.
What is even the point in looking at this? Like, why did they even release this? For a show that... When was the last one? 2019?
No, it was last year, 2020.
What month?
It was started in January. It ran January through to March, didn't it? For 10 weeks.
So barely at the very beginning then. But yeah, this isn't going to come out until 2022. What is the point of showing us the trailer now?
I'll tell you why. I shall tell you why they dropped this. Bro. It was Jean-Luc Picard Day.
Oh, fuck's sake. Why? Why has he got a day?
Because in the Next Generation TV show, there was a Captain Picard Day that the kids put together. And ever since then, they've had a Captain Picard Day. Do you remember in season 1 of Picard, when he went into his little museum, they had the banner hanging up in that room?
I'm not as excited for this. Like, obviously, I will watch it, but because season 1 was a disappointment.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Everyone else except you.
No,
everyone else was like,
true
that
fans.
was a clusterfuck.
No.
And he's an android
Could not
now.
agree with you. I did like the fact that we get to see Q. I love the fact that it seems to be they're doing an alternate timeline thing here, right? Where everyone seems to be like in alternate uniforms, alternate insignias. So I guess the path not taken type storyline.
Hopefully it's better. It maintains its momentum rather than season 1, which didn't.
Yes. So it's got a new showrunner and a whole new bunch of writers.
Okay, so it could be a lot more fun then. All right.
I think the guys who are working on season 2 did say, like, in season 1, they basically started shooting before all the scripts were done, so they had no idea how it was going to end. So it seems like there was some bad management on that.
It seemed that way very much.
Yeah. So then next up we've got Titans season 3.
Jesus. Yeah, it seems like they're not doing what. Did you see what season 2?
So I haven't actually even finished season 1.
Oh, Mo.
It just never gelled with me.
Jesus. All right, so
do I need to spend time and go back and watch it?
It is one of the good DC shows, like with the exception of the ending of season 2, which kind of shit the bed. Overall, it is how we're surprised that Superman and Lois is actually good. This was one of those ones which was like, this is actually good.
Right, might give it another try then. I know when I originally watched it, I just did not get into it.
How far did you get?
I think 2, maybe 3 episodes.
Oh, of course, jeez, man.
Well, I mean, like that's of a 10-episode season. That's like a third of the season.
Yeah. So yeah, they do rush a few things, a few villains maybe, but overall it is one of their more solid shows, or way more solid than. It's not in the league of the shitty CW shit. But yeah, it seems like they're veering away from what they were setting up in season 2 to be the main villain. It looks like with this one they're concentrating on Gotham, and it looks like they're bringing the Joker in because we saw the laughter, we saw the guy with the twisted grin tied to the wall. So yeah,
thumbs up from you.
Where they go? Yeah, and Red Hood's in this, so yeah, I'm into it.
Okay, right. As soon as we finished recording last week, and as soon as I sat down with the dinner on the telly, the final trailer for Tomorrow War landed. So we are a week behind on this, but
not massive difference though. There's some new footage, but
yeah. But I think that
anything new.
But I am super pumped for this. It's still finding it hard to believe that a film like this at this juncture is still coming straight to streaming and not going onto the cinema, as things are starting to now happen in that. But only a couple of weeks ago.
Actresses in this? The one who was in Chuck, the blonde.
Oh, you mean Straczynski?
Do you think?
What's her first name? Yep.
Do you think it's going to turn out that she is his daughter, all grown up? because it seemed to be very much focusing on him and his little daughter, their relationship, when he's in the past and saying, "I'll be back, you'll see me again," and hugging her. Constantly kept going back to images of that, and then it kept showing that he was spending the most time with her in the future. So I reckon it's gonna be and also the time, it's the exact age where she would be an adult and that.
Have you just ruined this story for me now, Eddie? I never even thought of that. And now I'm going to be thinking about that the whole time, right? And then when they have that embrace and they start cuddling and kissing, I'm like, no!
No. Oh, shit. Oh, God, I was going to mention something else, but I don't want to ruin another film for people because it's one of the best films ever made, so I won't go there.
Yvonne Strahovski.
Yvonne, yes. Yvonne. Yeah, I reckon she's his daughter. All grown up. And then she probably won't reveal it until, like, near the end of the film.
Yeah. After we had the gross moment, right? Right, and then we got Suicide Squad, another trailer just dropped, an early access trailer.
And new, quite a bit of new shit in it. I'm convinced this is gonna be a fun ass film.
I think everyone but me was convinced about that from the first film as well. Everyone saw that original trailer and everyone was like, I'm not going to say it, but you know.
No, because I remember my trailer reaction. I think I went back and watched it on my old YouTube channel, man. The first take, if you want to watch my old trailer reactions. Yeah, even there, I was like, nah, and I got a ton of hate. I got so much hate in the comments.
Look at this revisionism.
Go look it up.
I'll find the actual episode that we recorded.
Oh, wait. Because... this looks. Cause come on, man, we got.
This does look good. I will say that there's nothing about this trailer that says to me, "Oh, I don't want to watch this."
It just looks so much fun, man. And all the characters, I just love the giant weasel. I just love that. Where it's like he's harmless. He won't hurt. Well, yeah, he killed a bunch of kids. Yes, but he's harmless. Don't be scared of him.
Yeah. Although every time I see Margot Robbie on screen now, I'm just reminded of that disastrous of a film. That Birds of Prey, which I just did not enjoy at all.
They really shit the bed with that one.
It just was horrible.
I think she's overstayed her welcome with that character. They've focused too much on her. Kind of like how the X-Men films did with Mystique, when Mystique really shouldn't have been that main. It's because it was Jennifer Lawrence.
I think the thing is, we've seen from the cartoon that they do that you can do that character properly, right? So I think they just need to find that balance.
I need to go back to that. What are they on, like season 3 now?
Yeah, I haven't actually watched an episode since we last watched one as a group.
Same here. I've got to go. I've got to rewatch. Actually finish watching season 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. And the next app we have something you sent today called Settlers. So Settlers is mankind's earliest settlers on the Martian frontier do what they must to survive the cosmic elements and each other.
Yeah, because Johnny Lee Miller and Sophia Botelli.
Yep.
Something like that. And yeah, they're a couple. They have a little kid. Looks like they're on Mars. But it looks like at first I thought it was terraformed because they were outside and walking around. Yep. But there's a little reveal that there's some sort of force field within the boundaries outside when the kid tries to run away. But yeah, seems like these strangers turn up, start killing people, and Johnny Lee Miller goes missing, and this guy just decides he's going to move in next door and try and make a move on Botelli. And it seems like a whole little weird, creepy thriller type situation. What's happened to Johnny? Who are the other people? Why are they stuck there? What's this force field around them? Like, what is all this going on?
That's the interesting bit, right? So if this is like a frontier type thing, where have these like psychos come from? Is this a thing now? Are people just jumping on ships and going over and causing trouble?
Yeah.
I guess this is a whole new type of story that you could tell, right? But make it as an allegory for like the settling the wild frontier of the US, but have it like in the future setting on Mars.
Why don't we see more Australian movies about that? Because they pretty much went through a very similar thing that, settling the US did. I guess with the exception of like the prison island for a while, but they also had their own little version of that Western cowboys and shit. But we never really see it. I think Ned Kelly was the only movie I think I've seen that does that.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. True. I guess they're too busy making Crocodile Dundee type films, right?
Yeah, true.
Although, can you name an Australian film that is a Crocodile Dundee?
Ned
Kelly. Ned
Chopper.
Kelly? All right, can you know anything from the last
Chopper.
10 years? Last 20 years?
Chopper.
Chopper was 1990s, wasn't it?
Pretty sure it was early 2000s.
Was it early 2000s?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Chopper.
Raid. I fucking love Chopper. Have you seen that?
Chopper was 2000, literally like 2000.
Boom on it. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Worth watching, Mo. Worth watching. Fucking Eric Banner's breakthrough movie. Fucking wicked. He's a real true story as well. It's a real guy.
Yeah.
Put it on the list.
Yeah.
Worth it.
And then very lastly, we've got Snake Eyes, which is a G.I. Joe movie, right?
Yeah. Come on, Mo. You don't know Snake Eyes? You watched G.I. Joe as a kid. Don't say you didn't.
You know what? I don't think I did.
What were you doing?
I
You were missing all this shit. You couldn't be playing Street Fighter this whole time.
I probably was, mate. I was probably like preparing mentally for it to come in the future. No, I remember watching Transformers. I remember watching Mask and Thundercats and Dungeons and Dragons. I think G.I. Joe I knew of it. I don't have any memories of watching a TV show.
Or action. It wasn't actually called G.I. Joe for us. It was called Action Force. That's what we called it in the UK.
I definitely don't remember Action Force either.
But yeah, Snake Eyes, probably the most iconic character out of a lot of them.
Yep.
And yeah, they're getting his own little prequel. I guess they're rebooting the whole universe and they're starting with him, telling his own little story up until the point where he puts on the mask forever, which makes it weird watching it because Snake Eyes, much like Judge Dredd, never removes his mask.
Right.
So I guess they're getting away with it with this and saying that this is his story leading up to that point. So that's why he's not got it on for.
So does this story look authentic? Because it kind of looks like a really low-level martial arts film.
I have no idea. I know there is an extensive universe, there are comic books and novels and all that shit. So I don't know. I've never read those, so I'm not sure how accurate it is.
So part of me thinks, oh, this actually looks pretty good, right? But I am comparing it to the last G.I. Joe movie I had to watch with you and Sally when we went to the cinema many moons ago.
We should have known.
The Rock.
The Rock was in it. So we should have known it was going to be fucking.
It was terrible. I think the best part of that film was when I walked out for about 20 minutes.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you never know. It looked like this could be a little fun film. I'm hoping it doesn't veer too much into the Fast and Furious territory in terms of how it does some of the action. But yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I like the actor. It's the dude from Gentleman, the Chinese dude.
Well, also, it's the main actor from the Bruce Lee thing.
Warrior. Yeah.
The Warrior.
Yeah.
Which you probably haven't still finished watching of season 1, have you?
I keep forgetting. I guess I can do it this week.
Yeah. So what's the trailer of the week?
For me? Oh.
You've forgotten them all already, haven't you?
I think I have.
Surely Suicide Squad for you.
In general, yeah, Suicide Squad. But I am very much intrigued by Heist.
By Heist?
Just to hear those interesting stories of, these real life heists that gone wrong, I presume.
I'm going to go Star Trek Picard Season 2.
For what?
Because I love Star Trek. Look,
that's not good enough. That's not good enough. You have to give me a reason. An old Q who's aged for no reason.
Yeah. Listen, we all age. Just because the man is old doesn't mean he's not
welcome. The man is literally a god. He shouldn't age.
No, so he's doing it to take the piss out of Picard, right? To make himself look old.
He hasn't said that. He hasn't said that.
That's what he said. He says like words to that effect.
No, he literally says you've gotten old, or you look.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised how old you look, or something like that.
He says you're older than I thought you would know. That's why he didn't make himself look that old. See, look, logic. It's there, mate.
Rewrite it yourself, man.
Address that. Right, should we get into news?
Let's do it.